Here we are, Saturday morning. Feels a bit strange actually, because right now I should be a good hour into my long run, but that's been moved to tomorrow, as you know. What was quite good about this morning was I got to get up and do a bit of a dry run in terms of how cold is it out there, the right kind of clothing to wear, so hopefully I'm prepared for tomorrow, because it was about a degree or so above freezing, which is something new for me to endure, because up until this point, generally speaking, the weather has been pretty mild and reasonable, and so that'll be good for me to experience that tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. Sort of missing it today actually. I was really tempted to do the local park run instead, because I don't often get the opportunities on a Saturday, but unfortunately I've got other things I need to tick off my list for jobs today, and the park run that's local to me is the 9 o'clock one. I know some of them start a little bit later, but unfortunately my one is 9 o'clock. You've got to get there early and register all those things, or at least make yourself known before the race. So unfortunately I couldn't do that, but it's on the to-do list. I will get a park run done. I was looking at the results last night and the timings just to get a feel and a flavour for the kind of field of runners. And it's just good to see anything from some really super fast times. There's a couple, I think there's a 15-minute or a 16-minute, something like that, and all the way up to 45 minutes. The other thing about that course is, and I've shown it before back in the summer, is it goes from off-road kind of field, muddy, boggy areas to tarmac, and it's choosing the right shoes and the amount of runners that do it. There's a significant number, so the track does get cut up quite quickly, and because it's a looped course that you do twice, by the time you encounter it the second time round, you're dealing with some tougher terrain than you were doing at the start. Anyway, what I'm also doing was I decided last night to start tracking my sleep again, just to do a bit of sleep analysis. So I'm going to do that for the next week or so, and just to see if anything arises from that, if I need to be wary of anything. But as you may know, if you watch videos from back in the day, until I started running, I was sleeping for about 3 to 5 hours max. I was never sleeping any more than that. I was doing late nights, early mornings, and then when I started to realise the importance of sleep with running, I kind of forced myself into a pattern of sleeping more and for longer. So last night I put up on the screen how long I slept for, and like I say, it's just for my own kind of interest that I'm going to start tracking this. And yeah, so that's been really good. There's something else I wanted to say as well, which has completely gone from my mind now. No, not sure. It'll come back to me. It took me until I got home to remember this. So this morning I opened an email, and it was from the Brighton Marathon organisers, and it basically said, 14 weeks to go. Don't be scared now. Have you planned? Have you got your accommodation sorted? Are you alive and kicking? Are you training? Are you eating well? Are you sleeping well? And it was like bang, 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 bang. And it was like, oh, wow, okay, so I guess that is a real thing then. This is actually happening now. And so it was quite an interesting email to read, because I just looked through it and thought, whoa, this is going to come together. This is going to come together. It's just a matter of weeks, really, away. I know that correlates to months, but when you put it into terms of weeks, it's quite interesting, quite funny. And I'm part of a mind group on Facebook. I may have mentioned it before, and it is just fascinating to watch people posting each day. But the trouble is, I think it's pretty dangerous, because you get somebody who's just at the very start of their plan, non-runner. They've run a mile and they're absolutely elated, and they get the thumbs up in the comments. And don't get me wrong, everybody is so supportive. But then after that, you get somebody post, feeling a bit slow today, 20 miler, and they've done it in 2.5 hours, and you could just sort of sense that you're joking. Who are these people? Who are these humans that are into their marathon plan, and within the first week they've gone and knocked out 20 miles? Of course, everybody's on a different kind of mindset and a different kind of path to achieving what they want to achieve, but it's just interesting where you just see these, the novice, the amateur, the beginner, the intermediate, clearly the pro, the semi-pro, and people are just, putting in their their sort of recent runs and they're getting the feedback, and that's great. But I think it is just that constant reminder that at this time of the year, you need to focus on what you're doing. And sure, my long run was supposed to be today, it's tomorrow, so really I should be making sure I do something today. That's fair enough, but I don't want to jeopardise my long run tomorrow. The long runs are the important runs for me. It's about distance, it's about getting the mileage on my legs. I'm not so focused on speed. Speed will come in the future. So whilst my tempo runs and the easy runs and the steady runs are very, very important to me, and that is going to translate into speed further down the line and speed over time. Right now, my main focus is to make every single long run as effective as I can and to be in the best condition I can so I can get the best out of myself and the best out of the experience of the run. So yeah, it just reminded me when I got home, that was what I wanted to talk about. And I didn't want to leave that video as a, what did he want to say? He'll never tell us, we'll never know. I also recorded a video a second ago, but I've deleted it because it was just ridiculous. Basically about socks, and it just started with, let's talk about socks. And I thought, no, that's peculiar. That's peculiar. But in case you wanted to know, to save you a huge amount of time, there are 2 pairs of socks that I love running in. Wristwear and Hilly Twin Skin are my 2 favourite pairs of running socks I have at the moment. I also have Caramore, More Miles, I have Nike, I have Reebok. They don't offer the same support and level of comfort that the 2 brands I mentioned do. So instead of watching a 10-minute video about me showing different pairs of socks, which I'm sure will have been thoroughly interesting to almost nobody, I've saved you the time. It's Wristwear and it's Hilly Twin Skins for me. If anybody else has any recommendations for socks that they think are really, really cool and do the job, just let me know in the comments below. And that rounds up the video today. And tomorrow we're going to hit the long run. And then what we're going to do is go straight down the gym, if I'm feeling up to it, which I'm sure I will, down the gym. And I'm going to just at least get onto the machines. I may not do the distance and the length of time that I want to do on them, but it doesn't matter. I love the machines and I feel like I'm really missing out. There's that kind of urge to want to get down there, but I did want to do it today because I don't want to jeopardise tomorrow. So anyway, I'll check in with you soon. Thanks everybody for your continued support, your comments and your feedback is always very, very much valued. Thank you.